And nowadays, you know, all the strongest athletes, most of them are vegans. And I think that's sort of pushing away the stereotype that vegans are unhealthy and unfit.
I film the stories of people from all walks of life to help us see the world through each other's eyes. I'm the one-man film crew and storyteller, Lance Latchman, and this is Cue Card.
Biggest stereotypes. Biggest stereotypes you get as a vegan.
All these stereotypes, they're rubbish.
I wasn't a vegan, and so for a large part of my life, I mocked vegetarians.
I would make a point of the fact that I wasn't vegan for ethical reasons, because I think I was worried that people would see me as the stereotype that they've seen on the media so often.
In fact, if you'd seen me just before I went vegan, I didn't care if you killed dogs or cats for the most part. I was even in favour of killing whales because I thought, you know, who cares, they're just animals anyway.
The vast majority of vegans now were not vegan at some point. We all ate meat for the vast majority of our lives.
People think you're on your moral high ground. You think that you're superior because you're vegan. I don't think that at all, because everyone has a journey, and I've not been vegan all my life, so I don't judge someone for that.
The stereotype that we all kind of are tree huggers and we just spend all the day lying on the grass.
People tell me that I'm a Jehovah's Witness, that I do propaganda, that I'm an extremist.
Although they may use strong semantics to convey their message, the sentiment behind it is actually very much the opposite. It's very non-violent, it's very peaceful in fact.
You're trying to prevent the violence, not start the violence.
So this idea that you have to, you know, be this big, oh, I love all animals kind of thing, it's just not really true. It's about a principled stance against violence and harming others.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have killed that cow that's on my plate, but I really like it anyway, so I feel guilty that you're sitting here as a vegan.
People think of vegans as kind of different. Oh, I could never be a vegan.
You know, the kind of like hippie person, I guess.
You're a crazy vegan, or, you know, vegans are stealing chickens. Of course, the idea that you're stealing, you know, an animal is rather strange.
I get a lot of questions about protein and how do you survive being protein deficient a lot.
Where you get your proteins, where you get your vitamins, all this obviously science has proven that is nonsense. We get everything we need.
Yeah, often stereotyped as being weaker than meat eaters.
Many people, like, you know, suddenly you go vegan, they'll start being concerned, is it going to be healthy or not, and they're eating like fries and stuff.
Yeah, we've seen like athletes and bodybuilders, weightlifters, some of the strongest people in the world are vegan, and yeah, so now people are completely going against that myth and proving that vegans can be and are stronger than meat eaters.
Do you know what a protein is? I'm a biologist. I know what a protein is, and most people don't know. I don't know where they got this question, but that's definitely the biggest stereotype.
I think a lot of people expect me to be unhealthy and unhappy and deprived, as if being vegan is something hard and something that I don't want to do.
So that it's difficult to be vegan, like, I don't know, most people haven't even tried, so when they hear the word vegan, they think it's a massive inconvenience to find vegan food, when nowadays we can get it every single restaurant, especially in Europe. Like, it's so easy to find vegan options now. It's just about trying and giving it a go, and honestly, it's not hard at all. Like, once you do it, it's just changing a lifetime of habits, and then once you've done it, it's just like, why didn't I do this before?
And perhaps one of the biggest stereotypes is that veganism is difficult. It's not difficult. There are obstacles that you have to overcome, but once you do, everything becomes a routine and is the easiest thing in the world.
I really try to encourage my friends and family to eat a healthier diet.
See, I want people like to combat me, and like I really like having like a good discussion about ethics and what have you.
And at the same time trying not to be a bit too pushy, but I think sometimes they feel that I am. So I try and, back away and not.
And then in order to actually do any sort of activism or outreach, people assume that you're being confrontational or that you're being aggressive, and actually it's the complete opposite.
And they see things on the TV where there might be a production company which has taken a particular vegan activist and they've said some things which could be argued are very controversial. They might use words like rape or Holocaust to describe certain things, and it creates a lot of controversy, and that's viewed as very militant.
Just really fulfilling knowing that you're not paying for animal abuse or people exploiting animals for no reason, which is necessary. Not only that, but you're helping the environment and it's just a really fulfilling feeling.
Yeah, most people seem, even if they don't agree with it, they seem to respect it now.
Now, I will proudly say that I am vegan.